Of course you don't have any sound. Ah! Either you hear too much or you're not hearing enough. Oh my gosh. Well, we were just talking about how we're both wearing purple shirts, but his looks much more blue on camera than mine does. So now we don't look matchy-matchy. So that made me happy. Thank you for yelling at us that we had no sound.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, everybody.
We're delighted to see all of you, and we're particularly delighted to see Wendy, who we thought would not be gracing us with your presence this evening. Wendy, thank you so much for the book. The Apollo Murders turned up yesterday, and I had to breathe in and out of a paperback for a little while.
We have a very important announcement at this link. Oh, dear. I think I have to go look at that link. Let's see.
Opening the link.
Please wait. That is a very important announcement.
It's a very important announcement.
I approve of that, Zalia. Thank you very much for putting that in there. Hi.
Hi.
It's Wednesday. How is everybody?
Hand.
A very late birthday present has arrived for a very happy Alistair, who has been carrying it around going, hand at me all day.
So smart, me. Hi.
Behold his amazing new t-shirt. Is it not?
This is another birthday present from...
Is it?
Yeah.
It's more of a fortuitously I happened to be somewhere and it fell in a cart. So,
there you go.
There we go.
There we go. So how have you been? Good.
Are we just assuming everybody's been good? I hope everybody's been good. It hasn't been as bad of a week, but it's been a busy week. Has it been a busy week, John? Yes, okay. All right, sorry.
So, for those of you who are new, here's what we do. We have...
Quick! Remember that thing we're supposed to be doing? I don't either.
The show is broken down into 3 parts. There's an opening monologue. And, oh boy, do we have an opening monologue for you this week. Words. Then we will play Scarlet Hollow, a fantastic video game.
Where we won't die in a mine, honest.
We're in a mine, the B-side to Lonely Islands on a boat.
Really?
And there's no beat, it's just them going, we're in a mine.
We're gonna die.
And then we will wrap up with some shenanigans, because no one wants to spend time in a mine.
And then go to bed.
Yes.
Good night, you're haunted forever, goodbye. Yes. I mean, it is spooky month, but we're not quite getting that spooky just yet.
Yes. So what exciting things have happened this week?
Well, Abby Howard from Black Tabby Games is a finalist in the Gamehers Artist of the Year Award. And Abby is the artist behind Scarlet Hollow, which we are playing this evening. And
is also, so I meant to tell you this, one of the artists involved in Photogasts, which is kickstarting at the moment, and is a 1 to 4 player alternate reality card game where you have to use your smartphone to exorcise haunted cards.
Do we have it?
I put a reminder on to pledge for it because we need that.
I absolutely need that. That sounds very, very fun. That sounds
also
cool.
on there is Trevor Henderson, who is responsible for the creation of Siren Head, or perhaps more accurately, just allowed Siren Head to enter the world. Look Siren Head up. Don't do so at night.
Yeah, maybe not at night. Yeah, it sounds really fun. So, we're gonna have to
Ducky.
check that. What did Ducky say? Oh, the ghost. Ooh, yes. Excellent. Goblin's excellent title. Yes. Third wheeling the X's in the haunted mine of death.
That's correct.
It's all over the tweets for tonight. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to be role-playing myself with my X and my own third wheel. I really hope we run into some monsters that you get to voice, because otherwise you're going to be holding my tea all night. Oh, well.
I will always hold your tea. You know that.
Well, you can do the monologue. How about that? All right? Shall we show the boy first? I mean, the boy got all dressed up.
One, Chungus.
Yes, we got the little boy all dressed up for Halloween.
Yeah.
And his little friend, who does not have a magnet, but he's still very super cute.
Who's a good undead sourdough starter? You are.
Here comes the boy. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That would be an excellent costume as well.
That reminds me, my new favourite Twitter account is called Cats with Jobs.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's just photos of cats obviously employed. One of which is this cartoon.
Is it the one that goes,
yes.
typing? That's me.
Even better, there's one which is there's a car boot full of watermelons with this big, slightly scruffy white cat who has a paw on the one nearest the front and is just looking at the camera going.
Is he the guy who sells cabbages?
I believe.
From Avatar?
I think he is the Avatar cabbage dude.
That
yes.
would be absolutely, positively glorious. But yes, here is the spooky month festive boy.
The yeasty lad.
Exactly. I have to figure out what he's going to wear for next week. And for the week after. Oh, gosh. I think we have his Halloween pumpkin helmet.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to wear a lucha mask as a costume. That's kind of appropriative. I don't like that.
Well, not before his debut. I mean, his training's going well. So.
Yes, true. Exactly. I did just find an account for Salty Sea Cat. Yes, I will take Salty Sea Cat Twitter. That sounds fine. Exactly.
Also, on behalf of Lucas Freight, given that the NASA Space Telescope has been successfully delivered without being hit by pirates, you're welcome, science.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. All right. Do you want to do an opening monologue?
Let's do an opening monologue.
All right. I don't have time to make them another costume, I'm afraid. I'm frantically making a birthday. Well, of course.
Of course.
You're busy. It's fine.
Also,
it's fine, Wendy. It's fine.
Also, Wendy, you know what this sounds like? It sounds like you need a jammy croissant.
Wendy has been blessed with a house guest for a while who is excellent at making breakfast. And we're trying to figure out ways that the house guest can never leave so that Wendy can always be presented with freshly baked Sunday morning breakfast.
Yes.
And then how that person can then deliver Sunday morning breakfast to us while we're streaming. That would be lovely. Thank you.
Wendy, we've seriously considered getting you a bell so you can summon Tim.
Yes. Ooh, hey, come back. Knock it off. Come on, there we go. Okay. Even mentioning puff pastry apparently made the camera go out of focus.
Well, it's like, which light do I focus on? Ah!
Sourdough churros?
That could be
I
done.
wanted to make sourdough bagels. I was thinking about making sourdough bagels. Hello, Shiga, welcome and join. Wait, thank you for joining us. I can talk, honest, I swear. It has been a
Margaret's
very
had a day of hard Lauren.
busy day in the law mines, let's just say. My brain's a little fried. So quick, you.
Yes, hello.
Hi. Do an opening monologue.
Very well.
Hang on. Today's opening monologue is from house band Nate Crowley. It's called I Used Planet Zoo's new North America Animal Pack to make a grim facsimile of HBO's Deadwood. Content warnings for animal cruelty, dung, bodily waste, general grossness, violence. Yeah, okay. Have fun.
All right.
Marty, I love you. I'm going to sip my tea carefully and hopefully not spray it on anything.
If you keep even half an eye on delightful construction game Planet Zoo, you will know that developers Frontier tend to release a DLC pack for it every quarter, bringing a bunch of fresh animals into the game from a particular region of the globe. Whenever that happens, I tend to make what could, charitably, be called a concept zoo.
Concept zoo.
Absolutely ramo with bears, in order to show off the new arrivals in the best possible light.
Oh my.
Since this week's DLC introduces an octet of animals from North America, there was only one conceivable way to exhibit them. An awkward combination of zoo, performance art, and pound shop Westworld, displaying the majesty of nature alongside recreations of sets from the legendary TV show Deadwood. Let's have a little walk around town, shall we?
Oh, we're doomed.
Before we get into the tour proper, a little note of sincerity. If you like the idea of Planet Zoo but have been holding out on it so far, I'd honestly recommend you jump in now. Frontier have been dropping a free update alongside every animal pack, comprising a bunch of feature tweaks and quality of life fixes, and the 1.5 update accompanying the North America pack is crucial. Until 1.5, you could only ever start a zoo on a huge featureless flat plot of land. Sure, you could use landscaping tools to make mountains and rivers on these weird abysses, but doing so took forever and often ended in tears. Now, however, there are loads of preset sculpted plots available to build on, as well as versions of the gorgeous maps from Planet Zoo's career mode scenarios, and I cannot adequately express how much it has increased my appetite to play the game. There's nothing worse than a blank canvas, after all, and I will not miss the headache of trying to build an ape jail ex nihilo without so much as a hill to work around. Now, as the great Ian McShane once famously said, welcome to fucking Deadwood.
Content warning.
I swears. I think the main thing I wanted to capture with this zoo was a real sense of rancid Wild West squalor. As such, all the paths are buried 2 foot deep in mounds of dung and straw. There are bleak yellow puddles all over the place, and there are no bins whatsoever. Since the zoo's built in the middle of the desert, it's also punishingly hot, and there's no aircon anywhere.
Gender, rancid squalor.
I honestly spent quite a long time just relishing the sight of guests running excitedly through the entrance gates before immediately getting bogged down to their shins in a sea of detritus.
Every single customer seemed to have aged about 20 years by the time they'd waded to the welcome center, modeled on E.B. Farnham's famous hotel.
Groaning and mopping festering sweat from their brows. Lovely stuff.
Mate.
Luckily, there are refreshments on hand immediately after passing the welcome centre. Guests are confronted with the immensity of Al Swearengen's Gem Saloon.
Great!
There, they can huddle around torches in a hideous wooden cave, knocking back beaker after beaker of astringent
body temperature monster juice from one of the 4 whiskey shops on site.
Now, there are animals too. The Gem's back room hosts a colony of black-tailed prairie dogs who also have the run of a vast yard full of piss and turds outside. Somehow, by blind luck, the animals prove to be delighted by this situation the second their keepers upended them into the mire.
I've met prairie dogs. That's not all that.
Apparently they're quite entertaining too. Customers gather in great gawping packs on the balcony above their yard and by the glass wall of their shelter, which also features a mural of Trixie Starr holding a gun to a gorilla for some reason. This is visible in the header image of the article. Down the street from the Gem, there's an incredibly sinister scene featuring a butcher shop hovel and a desolate yard containing a single moose and a load of broken wheelbarrows. Once again, this animal is improbably ecstatic with its surroundings, despite the fact it sleeps under a sheet of battered tin and probably eats nails for breakfast. Who knows, perhaps its spirit is buoyed by the billboard of Deadwood's eerie handyman Richardson, giving a double thumbs up as he sinks into a pond full of wee. I've yet to provide housing for the California sea lion, the Arctic fox, the beaver, the cougar, or the American alligator from the new DLC. Nevertheless, there is one more of the new animals housed in my masterpiece in progress, and it's the best of the lot. The American bullfrog.
Follow me into the aquarium!
Naturally, these absolute marsh lords deserve pride of place in my Deadwood shrine/zoo, so I've installed them in 2 stout tanks within Al Swearengen's office on the mezzanine floor of the Gem. I figure it's what he would have wanted. Maybe. Anyway, in order to keep the frog exhibits tied in with the theme of the place, I've upholstered their back walls with immersive murals of 2 of the most harrowing moments from Deadwood. Al gurning in agony from a kidney stone, and 2 massive brutes strangling each other in some mud. It's quite a thing to zoom in on a bullfrog floating despondently at a 45-degree angle and staring up at the puce snarl of the gruesome mercenary known only as the Captain. Now, where to put those alligators?
Nate, what is wrong with you? I mean, I adore it, but honestly.
Oh, he's so good. He's so good. And has also chosen the single most horrifying fight scene in the history of that show as the mural for one of his frogs. Bless.
Well, somebody's got to do it.
And let's face it, it's usually Nate.
Yeah. Yep.
And if he's watching on Valhalla, hey buddy.
Yeah, Grim, you're right. That frog has seen some stuff. Absolutely.
Well, it's like Matt Wallace's long-standing theory that Rolf from the Muppets, Rolf has seen some shit.
Oh.
You look at Rolf, and he has the look of a man who's just like, I'm not doing it. I'm not taking the lead. I know how this goes. I'm going to play the piano and go home at the end of the day
keep my head down.
Drink. I'm
Rolf.
not doing this, Kermit. You can't make me.
Poor Rolf. He's my favorite, though. He has a bust of Beethoven on his piano,
Yes,
which
he
always
does.
makes me happy.
We know who my favorite is.
There you go. Exactly.
We still have that Halloween special to watch.
The Muppet
The
Halloween?
Muppet Halloween special.
Ooh, I forgot we had that. We have a lot of stuff we still haven't watched. We haven't watched Squid Game. We haven't watched Midnight Mass.
Star Wars Visions.
We haven't started Star Wars Visions. We finished What If. And there's the season finale of Lower Deck Season 2, which we'll have this weekend.
Indeed.
Mostly I've been marathoning Leverage Redemption because I'm a Leverage fan and I love it. I love it very much.
Yes, and
once I took a quiz, what your favorite Muppet says about you. Gonzo, you are genderqueer. Rolf, you are depressed.
Oh.
I felt so attacked. Oh. Oh, yeah, we're not going to answer that question for me. Let's move on. Amen, God, for sure. Okay.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You're trying not to make hi-ya sounds, aren't you?
Let's move on.
Swiftly on? Exactly.
In other news.
Oh, I love the Swedish Chef as well. And
Hurdy-burdy-burdy.
Beaker, I love Beaker so
Genuinely, one of my favorite things in the world is the letter that Bunsen Honeydew sent to JPL. When
For folks who don't know, JPL is the Jet Propulsion Labs. Go ahead.
I'm trying to. I think it was the Viking lander on Mars. Wasn't
It was the Viking lander on Mars.
Yes.
And they, Professor Honeydew wrote a letter to the Jet Propulsion Lab saying like.
On Muppet Labs headed note papers.
Muppet Labs newspaper. It was fantastic.
And I've seen a couple of people describe it as very passive aggressive, and it's not. It's just he's very happy that they got there and has this line about, well, we were only 20 or 30 years behind you.
It's very sweet. It's basically a congratulations letter, and it's adorable. I'm stalling. The game was gonna.
We're in a mine.
We're in a mine, and it's scary. Okay, should we give a little bit of a recap?
Previously on Scarlet Hollow.
Dong dong. Well, we should probably switch to the game first. But before we do that, just wanted to say, when we're done playing, after the break, but before the shenanigans, we're gonna take a poll. Oh, it's on this page? It's on a wiki page? Thank you very much, Wendy. Okay. If it's on a wiki page, we can read it.
I'll do that now.
Dun, 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 dun.
And it will delay the horror just a little bit.
Yes, exactly. Here it is.
Here we go.
It?
This is it.
2. Mars Rover Mission Team Jet Propulsion Laboratory from Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker, Muppet Labs. Congratulations.
Dear colleagues, it is with mixed emotions that Muppet Labs offers you a hearty congratulations on the recent success of your Mars Rover Spirit and Opportunity. While we realise that your remarkable accomplishment is a really nifty thing for the entire scientific community, we at Muppet Labs' Mars Exploration Team, Mulmet, wanted to get there first. We were so close, a mere 3 weeks, give or take a 20-year margin of error, from launching our own Mars Explorer. Nevertheless, in the spirit of scientific camaraderie and with a promise that we'll beat you next time, Muppet Labs sends you and your team an enthusiastic, well done, bucko! Scientifically yours, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, PhD, Esquire. P.S. If you continue to have difficulties with the Spirit Rover, my assistant Beaker is happy to offer free roadside assistance on Mars, utilizing our new, thoroughly untested, interplanetary coil-powered catapult, or as we at Mulmet like to call it, the Spring Fling. P.P.S.
Me. Not. Beaker.
Well done, bucko.
Oh, that's adorable. PhD Esquire. I probably know a couple of those, but yeah.
Like Ted Theodore Logan.
German lawyers, you have to get a PhD in order to qualify.
You'd be a doctor of the law.
Yeah.
Law doctor.
I don't want to be a law doctor because you would never stop saying that if I got a PhD.
It's like how army medics can train as snipers. So you can literally be a sniper dog.
And with that, we're going to die in a mine.
That's fine.
Let's
it's fine. It's fine.
Not actually die.
It's fine.
All right. Hold on.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. But what I was saying before we went on a tangent is stick around after the break and before the shenanigans. We are going to have a poll to vote on what game we're going to start playing on Sunday because we finished
Haven.
Haven.
We're pretty sure we're about to finish Scarlet Hollow.
I'm pretty sure we're going to finish Scarlet Hollow now, one way or another. And so it's time for a new game, so we're going to run a poll.
That reminds me of 2 other things. There is a patch for Scarlet Hollow, which opens up the forbidden wings of the house, so it's possible there may be another couple of weeks in this at some point.
Ooh, I think it did just patch when I downloaded it, so okay, that might be good to know. Yes, please to recap, I know nothing about Scarlet Hollow. This is my first time catching you live.
Hello!
Welcome! All right, we will do a recap, but first, we must put on our headphones. We will be right with you. Hold on.
And thank you for joining us.
And thank you for joining us. Yes, very much so.
So, that recap.
All right. Previously on Scarlet Hollow.
Kang.
Scarlet Hollow is a small town in the Appalachian Mountains where your mother, you the character of the game, your mother grew up and has died. You are in town for her funeral, and you are staying with your cousin Tabitha. This is the house, we think this is the house that you are staying at with your cousin Tabitha. The town, like many in Appalachia, is centered around a now mostly defunct but still operating coal mine. There were terrible events in the past with collapses and bad rail barons run out of town, literally on rails. There's a mural of it in the town library. We are here with Tabitha and the friend we've made in town named Stella, and Stella's amazing dog, Gretchen. Stella is a YouTuber cryptid hunter, and has been leading you on adventures into the local woods where something very scary happened. Now we are exploring the town's abandoned mine, where we followed a young girl who had gone missing into the mine, found a bunch of disillusioned teenagers, and 2 of them have decided to sneak off, and we have to go find them now.
Yeah.
We're not gonna die.
It's great. Two other things before we jump in.
Let me finish.
Sorry, dude.
So, there is a link for the game that we're playing, including content warnings. This is a branching narrative game, so not every content warning will be something that we've encountered because of the choices we've made. That link contains a more spoilery group of content warnings. In general, the game includes common phobias, death and dying, which is topical,
mines,
horror themes, mental health and trauma issues, and violence, children in peril, gross food, and swearing. So please, if you need more detailed content notes, do check out that link. We've also created a dramatis personae of the characters encountered to date if anybody needs to refresh their memories. I think that's basically the recap. I mean, there's a lot more detail we can go into about...
Yeah. There's,
We are on the end of what we think is the end of episode 2. This will be a 5-episode game.
I believe so. And the company are actually incredibly good talking about development because, like as Margaret said, it's released episodically. The current plan, according to them, is for episode 3 to be released January, February.
Right. And as we mentioned earlier, Abby Howard, who was the artist. By the way, this is all hand drawn.
Yes, it's
the artist, Abby Howard, is up for a Gamers Artist of the Year award, for which voting is open now. If you like this game and its incredible art style, please go vote for it. Mm-hmm. We started playing it because while it is fully dialogued, there's no voice acting recorded. So we get to do all the voices, which is really fun.
You're going to get to
and by we tonight, I mean me.
You're going to get to find out what I think Americans sound like.
Oh, content. Okay, content warning. Alistair's American accents. I mean, I love you dearly, but my God, man.
I love your nation, and I wish to apologize.
Yes, you should apologize to it in advance. Content warning, accent.
Although my boomhauer from King of the Hill, which I'm using for one of the sheriffs, is actually pretty solid.
That was pretty good.
It's pretty solid.
I will agree. How is the sound volume coming across? I see that the game volume's coming through, and I see that we're talking over it quite comfortably. Does anybody need the game music turned down? Just let us know. But in the meantime, we are going to totally not die honest.
It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'm psyched.
Thank you very much, Compost. Appreciate it. Alrighty. Now, where were we?
Nowhere we wanted to be.
Oh, God. All right. This one.
Oh. Fuck.
Our character's name is Petra, by the way. We're all going to die. So here we are. We are Petra, that's our point of view. This is Stella, our YouTuber friend. This is Tabitha, our cousin. She owns the mining company, having inherited it from her mother, our aunt. And here we are about to go into this not at all ominous black pit of former death and despair.
No one in this town has seen The Descent.
Oh my God, we're all gonna die. Oh yes, that's the other thing. We are convinced these two are exes based on their dialogue.
Very strong.
Very, very strong X vibe. So we are totally third wheeling it here.
Especially for a particularly charming moment in the last session where Stella just drops in how wide her hips are. into a part of the conversation that it doesn't fit in at all.
Well, they were referencing the small mine shaft.
But as the chat pointed out, it's literally her going, by the way, I'm thick. It's like, good.
Yes. Yeah, Stella's
Thank
awesome.
you.
You ready for this?
No.
Okay, why don't...
Well, you want me to do the...
Yeah, you do the non-dialogue descriptions tonight, because otherwise it's going to be just me talking for an hour and a half. Okay. All right. No. Nice try.
As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls.
Becca? Why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? Alexis was one of the two girls who disappeared. Becky is the other.
Yeah, and Becca sucks.
We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around.
And an idiot.
She's full of herself. Oh, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella. Awkward. Hi! I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. I like that River Runner video. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of a YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor?
I hate this kid more with every line.
I know. Alright, look at Debbie's face.
Oh my god, kill me.
I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice. And I make plenty from ads and donations.
Meat Rice is my new favorite thing.
TM. Meat Rice.
Meat
TM.
Rice.
I don't want to know. Okay, so again, for new folks in the chat, these are our conversational options. Things that say explore means that they won't advance the plot, so we can take one of them instead.
We'll be doing all of that.
How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? Or, dang, Stella, Meat Rice? That's a big deal. Okay, chat, you seriously are going to make me ask about Meat Rice, aren't you? Why isn't there an option to yell, we can hear you? I know, right? All right, let's ask about Tabitha. How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? I feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me.
Good hand gesture.
I don't know. You kind of hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean I care what people think of me.
Sure.
Congratulations on your sponsor, though. Okay, now we're gonna totally ask about Meat Rice. Why? Why is Meat Rice a thing? Why?
Hey, maybe we should offer them the peanuts.
No! Notice there's no option to offer them the rancid sack of boiled peanuts that we got at the beginning of this game, like a week ago in game time. It's horrible. It's terrible. Yes, they are totally X's. Dang, Stella, Meat Rice? That's a big deal. They're like on every podcast. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Feels like a real big step up for the channel. I just wish Becca hadn't said all the things she said tonight.
I think she's just mean. It has nothing to do with you.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Because, yeah, fucker is perhaps not what we want to do.
Yeah, you know, if this is the child we're theoretically attempting to rescue, we should probably have small contents of empathy. She's just mean. It had nothing to do with you. You've seen how she's treated everyone tonight. Except Tabitha.
I just want to give Combo Switch massive kudos for Ghost Mattresses, Hello Flesh, and Skillet Share.
Oh my, stop.
This episode brought to you by Hello Flesh.
That was close. I was almost drinking out of that mug.
It's like a rainbow but squishy.
Now you may talk. He's dead. He's gone. He'll be back in a moment.
Oh God. Lemon face. Ooh, lion face.
Alistair. Oh, you have a share of it today, not just all. All right, come on. Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, sir. I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin about this, Stella. You never struck me as someone who'd let other people's opinions bother you.
That's actually quite nice.
It is actually a compliment from her. If you did, I wouldn't have to try so hard to keep you off my property.
And we're back.
Brought to you by Hopworth Fitness. Well, I know you don't mean it. Oh God, they're totally exes. Agree to disagree.
Should we just go?
Right? Should we just leave you two alone? Whew.
Both of those are kind of shitty.
Yeah, both of those are kind of.
I wish
what
they were
about
gossiping about me.
Let's just press on, shall we? All right. No, I don't want to go further into the cave. No. Okay.
You quietly press on. Oh, balls. Another knock, closer, interrupts your thoughts. Followed by another. Followed by another. Oh, this sucks.
Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids?
Professor Hottie can always have another daughter. Let's just go.
It's not just you. I really don't like that knocking. Calm down, Alexis. It's just mind sounds.
I loathe you.
Did you see that?
Oh, balls.
No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. Becca, I swear I saw something. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me.
Real quick, I just want to enter into the record how happy I am that Scooby-Doo Protocol is in effect, and Stella, the paranormal YouTuber, is down a mine with no equipment at all, as near as I can tell.
Alright, so again, explore options we can take without advancing the plot, so... Wow, we have a lot of explore options.
Okay. I can't believe they're making us do this. They better get grounded when this is all said and done. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I knew coming down here was a bad idea. Kind of whiny, but...
Those poor kids.
Fair. Those poor kids. Tommy knockers. What if they're the ones doing the knocking? What if this is all just a terrible prank?
What did
they see? Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us?
I don't really want to question Tabitha's competence right now because she's actually behaving.
She's not being especially awful, so... We're getting closer, let's keep moving. Looks like the sign-off.
Yeah, that's the sign-off, so no. Shall we start with empathy?
Let's start with empathy. We can always shift to rage.
Those poor kids. I have no sympathies for their terror. They brought this upon themselves for trespassing in my mine and making me come down here. I'm sure they're just as upset that you came down here as you are.
Yeah.
What did they see? It's not Tommyknockers. They're probably just jumping at their own shadows. You said it yourself, Stella. As soon as they got deeper into the mine, their bravado in the face of authority would vanish into a puff of smoke. It's probably just rocks falling somewhere deeper in the mine, which is also bad for obvious reasons. Oh, okay, so this is our last explorer. Are we sure the tunnel they went through is gonna meet back up with us? Yes, I'm familiar with all of the old maps of this place. There should be a central chamber not too far from here where everything joins back up. And where we're totally going to be surrounded by scary monsters. And yes, big mugs of herbal tea, small squishy stuffed things, emotional comfort blankets. Now is a good time.
Marguerite, please find an occasion to lumpy space Tabitha on a podcast sometime.
Is that what we're calling this accent? Lumpy
space Tabitha.
Lumpy space Tabitha. Okay.
Yes, I'm familiar.
For sure.
For sure.
Right? I'm here like... I think we're getting closer. Let's keep moving.
As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it is much louder than before.
It's also persistent.
Oh, come on now. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward.
FML.
I hate you, Becca. I hate you so much.
This episode sponsored by Intangible, your source for lost and banned reading material whispered by the voices of the damned. Intangible is not responsible for any damage to ears, psyche, or property. Join today and get a complimentary audio grimoire, absolutely free. By the way, the fact that there's actually knocking in the music. Please don't make me go down the old ladder.
Yeah, we're going down the ladder.
Please. Please. Please, no. Please. I'm saving the game.
Even the facial expressions like, oh, shit.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the youths, their panicked arguing echoing down the pitch black corridors.
Becca, we need to leave. This isn't fun anymore. This is plenty fun. I bet you're only saying that because you want to hang out with that dorky crush of yours. She's just an 8th grader. Oh, so Alexis has
Nicely
a crush
played.
on Rosalina.
Yeah, okay, good.
Good to go. Becca, this isn't about Rosalina. I know you can hear that knocking. I know the thuds. They're killing me. And here we are. The tunnel they called through passes through the chamber below. And it sounds like they're still down there. I've never been this far in.
Really don't like the way she keeps looking over her shoulder.
Me neither. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted.
Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge.
All right, let's do this.
Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins the climb down. It's cute that they give you an option.
You're making me complicit in this completely non-consensual act. You walk to the ladder
and climb down. Hey, assholes.
Hi, kids. Oh, great. The adults are here. Thanks, Alexis. Real nice. Ooh, okay. So, Keen Eye, folks, is one of the abilities that we picked when we built our character at the top of the game. We picked 2. One of them was Talk to Animals, OBS, and the other is Insight, which gives us observations that other characters might not have. And it looks like we have 2 of them here. 4 of them here, my God.
So we have Becca is needing to feel like you're better than other people. So important to you that it's worth being buried alive over. Do you have an actual death wish? Because I can see this place starting to collapse.
Let's not make that observation, shall we?
Becca, what are you doing? Alexis, you're so much braver than you think you are. You don't need to let Becca kick you around.
I'm saving the game because this has the decided vibe of
who gets to
who
die?
Gets to die? Oh God, oh God, oh God. Okay, where can I save? All right, we'll save over.
Tabitha, you never told us what this mine was called. Oh, it's the old Vermeer mine.
Okay, we're gonna overwrite that save. All right, fine. I need more saves. Oh, I have tons more saves. Dang it! Okay, well now I feel stupid. Oh well. I've learned something this day. All right, go back. Ah! Okay. Right, time to get vibe checked in a random mine. Seriously. Okay, I don't want to have a go at Becca. That's just gonna set her off. No. Alexis is the one who's feeling kind of like...
We can turn Alexis quickly. The issue is whether or not that will make Becca act out even harder.
I'm kind of like, if we can... By the way, stop trying to collapse the mind around me while I'm thinking! I feel like if we convinced Becca to leave, that Alexis would immediately join us.
I respectfully disagree. I think Becca is dug in.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if that we'll be able to convince her. She's, past the point of no
It's
return.
really finely nuanced because we take a little minion away and she's probably also...
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking if it becomes 3 against 1, Becca may, toe the line. This episode brought to you by Sondor. Ever walk down a street, pass a person, and suddenly realize their lives are as complex and deep as yours? Is the only thing that's preventing you from feeding your neighbors to dark things in the cellar? Thanks, Sonder. Yeah, I'm kind of with Becca is absolutely will go on alone. You think so?
I'm inclined to. I'm also happy to hit up a walkthrough if you want.
No.
We have a save at this point, so we can try other outcomes.
I'm kind of in a mind to side with Alexis. I'm just worried that Becca's going to strop off on her own and get dead. Reach to Becca or save Alexis. The thing is, I don't think... I'm willing to save Scum to prevent child death. Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. Shall we try this?
I'm voting the Alexis option.
Okay, let's try the Alexis option. Let's see if we can do this. All right. Alexis, you're so much braver than you think you are. You don't need to let Becca kick you around. Excuse you? No, excuse you, Becca. I don't want to be down here. I don't want to hang out with you. I just want to leave, and I'm going to do that right now. Whatever. This isn't fun anymore. Fine. We'll leave. Yes.
Can we go now?
I'm going to put the content warnings in the chat real quick. Just in case the next button I push is everyone, rocks fall, everyone dies. Oh gosh. Now we just have to survive leaving, right, Compost? Oh my god. Okay, yes, good, leaving, yes, quickly, let's go now. Then do it. Leave. Now. Whoa, good job.
As Becca and Alexis move towards the ladder, the black chamber before you draws your focus.
No, don't get distracted! Leave! We've rescued the children! Leave! Oh god, I'm gonna die.
The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator.
Die horribly on your own time, Tabitha, probably.
You find yourself stepping towards the black chamber before you, compelled by some unnatural force.
Okay. Can I play the game like this? Hey, are you alright, Petra? What do you think you're doing? Get away from there.
They're about to stop. Told you. Your cousin dives towards you, but not with it. What the dilly?
Petra! Petra, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then
Well,
you
that's
and
not
Tabby just conked out. What am I looking at?
What are
over
those?
her
What are those? What are those?
shoulder?
Oh, jeez, Rick.
I'm fine. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourselves while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm getting the kids out of here, and then I'm going to get you both some help.
Oh.
Oh, God, we had a shared horrible vision. Ah! I'll be back soon, I promise. We're gonna die. Don't die on me, alright? No promises.
You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue.
I swear to God, if the game leaves us at the bottom of this pit until the next episode.
You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever, and they are dudes. Oh.
You can't help but notice the timber struts around you trembling, as if they were being struck by the invisible blows with each knock. They're all that stand between you and the many tons of rock over your head, and they suddenly seem terribly fragile. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? Oh my God. People assuming the next generation has to go through the same difficulties they did is the worst. Yes.
Yes,
absolutely.
it is.
Oh God.
Am I the only one who saw ghosts just now? That knocking's getting closer. The ghosts have faded. At least the kids are safe. I had some kind of vision. I remember you diving towards me. We should get out of here. We should wait for... I don't think we should wait for Stella at all.
If we're able to move, we're moving.
Yeah. Do you want to just go for it? We should get out of here.
Yeah, I can question her about what may or may not have happened after I'm alive on the surface.
As long as she's alive.
I don't want to ask about the vision. I want to live! We should get out of here?
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. I'm scared. We should get out of here. I couldn't agree more.
The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall.
I don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick! Get up that ladder.
Climb like hell.
This way, come on!
Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who's spent her entire working life in and around coal mines.
Can you imagine if we didn't have Tabitha?
Yeah.
If we hadn't called Tabitha, if this had happened and Stella went for help, we'd be running blindly through the dark.
Also,
right now.
without keen eye, you'd have no idea that the knocking was literally the Tommy knockers taking the struts out. It gives you a ticking clock. You push your body to move as quickly as it can, though you're slowed down by the cramped corridors and winding passageways of the mine. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close.
This game was in stills with music and I'm terrified!
And there it is. Freedom. You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down.
And we saved everyone! And we saved everyone! You chose freedom. Okay, we're all just gonna take a nice deep breath.
There are outcomes where you lose a lot of people here.
I'm sure there are.
Everyone good?
One more.
Everyone good? Cool. Alright. Okay.
Yes, Wendy, we
And
didn't die.
you get to live! And you get to live!
And
fuck
this
you,
is
Becca.
why you don't
And
go
you get to
drinking
live.
in an abandoned mine, kids.
Hey!
Holy shit, you're okay, thank God. And everyone's accounted for. Yes. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Okay,
Oh my
sweetheart,
God.
you need a therapist. I love you. Becca, shut up. What did you just say to me? I said you should shut up. I'm sick of your two-faced bullshit. They didn't almost get us killed down there. You did. And now you're trying to pass it off on whoever else you can. It's just a cherry on top of this whole shit show of a friendship. Yes!
Go, Alexis!
Fine, Alexis! I'm not really in a good headspace for this conversation. I could have died in there. Why are you doing this to me? Ooh, she's a professional victim while we're on top of it. Okay, come on, Alexis.
Abusive.
No, enough. No playing the victim this time. Being friends with Rosalina has made me realize how horrible you are to me. Friends aren't supposed to be mean to each other.
Yes.
Friends shouldn't be scared of each other. I never wanted to go into that stupid mine. It was your idea and we could have died. If these grown-ups hadn't shown up, we could have been buried alive in that stupid little tunnel drinking stupid strawberry margaritas in a can. Screw all of you. Should we go after her? No, let her have her little tantrum. Did that feel good, Alexis? Finally telling her off? Yeah, I guess. Oh, she's gonna be so mad at me. She probably won't talk to me for a week, maybe a month, maybe the rest of my life. It's okay, Alexis. We don't need her. What do we do now? Now I drive you two home. I've already texted your parents, and I'm sure they're worried sick about you.
Rosalina and Alexis duck off to the side as an exhausted Tabitha approaches your group.
I'm going to get my car, and then we're going home. Tabby.
Tabitha leaves towards the active mine without another word, and you are afforded a quiet moment to catch up with Stella and Kanika.
Okay. The entities in the mind, your vision, Deechlings. I can't believe you left me down there.
That is
no,
the worst possible
We're not
odds.
taking that option,
No.
Thank you. She went for help. Totally valid. Let's tell her about my vision.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
Why not? We nearly died. We're on the surface. We can talk about the spooky now.
I would go with all of the detail.
I got nothing to hide right now.
Yeah.
There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit. I think it gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. Are you sure it wasn't just auto-suggestion? We talked about that mine a lot today. I don't know, Neeks. You weren't down there. Petra and Tabby had, like, simultaneous seizures next to some creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because they passed out or had seizures doesn't mean it wasn't auto-suggestion.
Entities in the mind.
The shadows of dead miners. Some ghosts down there, did you? So we have more options here.
Yeah, I'd be inclined for either the Shadows of Dead Miners or everything is built around that central chamber.
No, if I tell her everything's built around that central chamber, she'll start digging. I don't know Tabitha saw the ghosts. I don't have any confirmation of that.
You're probably going to need a conversation with her.
Right.
And Tabitha seems to be very slowly opening up.
Yeah, so I don't want to endanger that.
Yeah.
Like this one?
Yeah.
I saw something down there, like the shadows of dead miners. They were right behind Stella just before you all left. Did you not see them? Whoa, I didn't see anything other than you and that carving. That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but you were deep in a dark abandoned coal mine. You might just have been primed to see things. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile of some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they're actual bona fide ghosts? Stella. I want to. Yeah. Everything that happened down there centered around that main chamber where I saw that carving. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Maybe you weren't entirely off base about the cult stuff you mentioned earlier today, but this thing felt old.
Yeah.
Are you sure those were Tommyknockers? Yeah, when did Stella have a moment to take a photo, right?
just to get this for my Insta.
Yeah, right.
Click.
Depends on what you mean by sure. Is anyone really sure of anything? They fit the description pretty well, and I don't know what else they'd be.
The look on Kanika's face. Like,
Rusty.
oh my god.
I have no idea what happened in there. I need to do some reading on mind collapses, I guess. Let's try this.
Oh, this isn't close to over.
Yeah. Do you think it's over? Maybe the ditchlings were here for those kids? Hopeful sound? I'd say that's grim, but at least no one got hurt. Maybe you're right. Maybe we averted whatever disaster the ditchlings were here to foretell. But I feel like what happened in the mine raised more questions than it answered. We still don't know anything about Wayne or what you actually saw down there. Right, Stella? Are you aware it's only episode 2? Pace yourself, girl.
We got 3 more scripts, yo.
This is also a little too magic for me. Just because 2 bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern. Right? I don't want to say I can't believe you left me down there. That's so rude. We sure dodged a bullet tonight, didn't we? Yeah, thank God you noticed them sneaking off. You were incredible down in the pit, too. I don't.
We're not doing it.
What happens now? Right? Seriously, Scott. Big old rule of 3 time. It looks like Tabitha's back. I'd better drive those kids home.
What's the rule of 3?
If something happens 3 times, then it's...
Oh shit, that rule of 3.
Come on. Let's get back to the estate. It's been a long day, and I need it to be over. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Petra? Excuse me? Just stop trying to get my cousin killed, Stella. Come on. Let's bounce. Sorry.
Ice Bros.
Ice Bros. Let's bounce. 3 times is enemy action.
Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by your arm, because Tabitha still has some issues to work through. I would do see you tomorrow, guys, or I'll text you when we're back. Or possibly, I can walk to the car on my own.
No. I need Tabitha on side if I'm going to get vision collaboration information out of here. So I'll just say I'll text you when we're back. I'll text you when we're back. Look at that smile. See? That's a good smile.
Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. I don't like that this scene is occurring. I do not like it.
I'm going to save, now that I know that I can. I'm going to save right there. There. I've saved. Why are we still here?
But then credits. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. I think, how are you holding up?
She doesn't like being asked about how she is. Remember last time? I'm kind of inclined to ride in silence and let her have the first word and let her get comfortable and then talk, because we did kind of sneak into her mind that was all boarded up and stuff, so we're not entirely, you know...
Do you want to apologize?
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of apologizing, to be honest. Sorry about today. It's fine.
Maybe at least everyone's okay. Yeah.
At least everyone's okay. There are a lot of parents who should have kept tighter reins on their kids. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Perlane to thank for it. Perlane is...
I believe the aunt whose funeral you are here to attend.
Okay. Hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. Ugh, what am I telling you this for?
I'm kind of inclined for, you're right, there are a lot of adults. No, because that can present as bitchy about her.
I wouldn't say, whoa, are we bonding? That'll put her off.
I don't really think the parents are to blame here as an argument starter.
Let's try the you can tell me
You
stuff.
can tell me stuff, yeah.
You can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you, and Perlan, for that matter. Is Perlan her mom or her aunt?
I think it's Mom.
But she doesn't call her Mom. Interesting. Maybe later this week.
Aww.
I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that.
Making friends.
Now is when we're gonna remain silent because neither.
That's
are
a
really
good off ramp. I like that.
Yeah, was that one openness, right? Bonding in this economy.
Who has the time? Who has the money?
You remain silent. I've got to focus on the road. Oh, it goes back to the top.
You want to try? You and Kanika don't really... Because, I mean, let's go through them. I don't appreciate being dragged off like that. It's a fight. Why did you treat Stella like that? Is it possible? You and Kanika really don't seem to get along. Is it possible? I'm doing terribly, by the way, in case you wanted to know, is not us.
Didn't we? We already asked, how are you holding up?
Yeah.
Or I don't want to ask, how are you holding up? She says she doesn't want to get into it right now, so. Me and Kanika?
Yeah.
You and Kanika really don't seem to get along. She pushes my buttons.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Is there some kind of history there, or... No. Now, quit talking. I need to focus on the road. I think we should ride in silence. I don't like any of the rest. I mean, they're all explore, but I don't want to piss her off. And this whole, I need to focus on the road. I'm like, I don't want to crash!
If we get a third go round, let's do the Stella question then. How about that?
Well, we're here, so...
No, I mean after we remain silent. If we then get out, if we're still in the car.
Didn't she just say quit talking?
That's what the point I'm trying to make. That we've had, I need to focus on the road twice now. So if we do ride in silence, then we get
Another
I need to focus on the road, and then this opens back out.
Cool.
Shit. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha slink back into silence. Oh, beans.
No, it's okay.
You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Look at how her posture has changed.
Not a bit, not much.
She's scared of being here.
Or she's just scared all the time. well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, but at least nobody got hurt. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Oh, that's right. We're in this hellhole pit. Thanks for calling me about those kids, by the way. It was, unexpected. You could have... No, you should have waited for me. Ugh, I'm too tired to argue. I'll see you in the morning. Perlane seems like a piece of work. I should be thankful my parent was so strict because I didn't end up dead is not really a good sign.
Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs.
I want to go to the kitchen.
You head up to your room to turn in.
Let's see how that goes.
You collapse in Tabitha's dusty-ass guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shore mine, you barely even notice the dust. Hope Dustin's okay. Your phone buzzes.
Kanika sent a message to Stella. Y'all, are those things?
These are those things, right? Shit. Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. Can we blow that up?
I saw them again too.
Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree.
WTF! These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse.
Can you just stop for a moment and say how refreshing it is to have a game with a group chat in it?
Yeah, right? No way I'm sleeping tonight.
You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed.
I swear to God, if that closet door opens, I'm going to scream.
The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and to the visions it imparted upon you. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open.
Y'all, seriously.
Just the cat. It's always just the cat. Don't read into this. The woman kicked me out just when they were in place to sleep. I don't know why she's Mexican. Roll with it.
She's French.
She's French, but that went to a little Mexican for me. Do not read into this. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. Not fond of this. Oh, there's a cellar.
No.
There's a murderous cellar.
Oh God, there's knocking. No. No.
This is the end of episode 2. Episode 3 is currently slated for late January, early February. We'll be sure to update you once we have a firmer release date.
Are they digging towards the basement of the house?
I think Ocean's nailed it. They're going to bring the house down into the mine. I love this game.
Oh, for the love of God,
Montressa!
We should put that on the list of spooky fiction for you to read as
Cask
well.
of Amontillado.
Yeah.
I think I did it for Podcastle one year. It's a fun one. Ghost Rider, motorcycle hero.
Totally deserved that.
Digging through your town with his head on fire.
Voices. Oh, there are spooky sounds. So.
Also, Brandon Boone, man. Good God,
The
Joel.
soundtracks for both of these episodes are available if you want to terrify yourself. That was heckin' good.
That was heckin' great.
That was absolutely heckin' good. I'm looking for names I recognize. Oh, look. Petra. There we go. More testers.
And you, the player. I wonder if Snuffy is a dog or a cat.
I would imagine so. The cask of armadillos. Nice.
So, we're caught up. We will, of course, be returning to this as soon as episode 3 drops.
That was good horror.
That was really
That
good
was
horror.
some super good horror. We'll put the details in there. And again, maybe go vote for Abby.
Can I speculate for a moment on where I think this is going to end?
End as in episode 5?
Last stand is at the house, which is dug down into the mines.
Yep, that's... Oh, it's also on this... Apparently this game is in the Steam sale as well. Episode 1 is available for free. But if you buy the game, I think you get all of the episodes as they release, which is what I've done.
So...
Okay! Nobody go in the basement. That was heckin' scary.
It is apparently possible to leave that with Rosalina dead or seriously injured.
I'm sure you could have a near TPK at
Yeah.
that, and then just you gets out. And then things just go pants.
Yeah.
But nobody died because we are
Nobody
paragons.
died, even the terrible child.
Yes, so let's all take a lovely break for a couple of minutes.
We're gonna have a cookie. We're gonna have a cookie?
I think we freaking earned a cookie.
My God.
Let's get up and have a stretch, get a drink of water. If you need to attend to any pets or medications, if you need to go check and make sure that doors to your house are locked, especially ones that lead underground, now would be a very good time. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes for our poll about our Sunday game and some nice, relaxing, shenanigan-y brainstorming.
La 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 la.
La 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 la. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, folks. I fixed it. This is my monster cookie. I'm eating his face. He's very tasty.
Mm-hmm. He is delicious.
Well, last week there was sound when we didn't want it, and this week there's no sound when we do want it. So maybe next week it'll have itself sorted out. That'll be fun. Excellent eyebrow game from Alistair. I want to know what that was about.
Oh, Marguerite said, save me some milk. And I was like, the fuck you say? But I did, because I love you.
Yes. All right. So that was spooky. How about, shall we take a poll? What game do we play on Sunday? Tell folks what we do on Sundays.
On Sundays between 10 and noon, we do a super relaxed couple of hours playing a game, drinking coffee, and having a chat.
Because otherwise I'd just sleep in until noon because it's Sunday.
And who'd want to do that?
Yeah, basically. Basically, we play ourselves on Sunday mornings so that we don't get to have a lion. Oh, well. Okay.
But we have 3 options for the Sunday morning game, which are about to hit a poll for you. Mm-hmm. The Pathless is a silent kind of action-adventure fantasy game where you play a warrior and their falcon. I believe the falcon plays a role, who must rebuild the world around them.
It's by the same studio that did
Journey.
And the new little cat spy game.
Stray. It's called Stray.
It's called Stray.
Yes.
That I need and is not available now, and I want it.
We also have...
we also have to then tell people where your shirt's from.
Oh, my shirt is from Void Merch, which is Jordan Shively's excellent merchandise store.
More on that later.
Yes. We also have Life is Strange, True Colors, in which you play a young woman who has the ability to see people's emotions as color, experience those emotions, and alter them.
That's my phone telling me I should go to bed, and it should shut up and not tell me what to do, because it's not the boss of me.
And we also have Last Stop,
which I do not have a physical copy of.
There are trailers for all of these in, I believe, the show notes.
There will be trailers in the show notes.
Which is academic, because we're running the poll now.
Mods, they're in the Discord, if you could copy them over.
And Last Stop is very kind of Life is Strangey, but you're playing 3 different people, all in London, all interacting with something mysterious on the London Underground.
Mm-hmm. Spooky. Keep talking, I'm eating a cookie.
So those are the 3 options we've got. They're all kind of low impact. It's almost a fantasy, a science fiction, and a horror, actually, which is kind of cool.
How do I select all 3? Well, you could, but I think that would be hard. Life is Strange, I've played
the
original game, which was amazing. Really lovely music, really kind of emotional storytelling. This Pathless we've seen a trailer for, and it's by the company who made Journey, which is
very good.
Have we ever told everybody the Journey story?
I'm sure we've told people the Journey story.
Have we done it on the stream?
I'm sure we have.
Have we told you guys the Journey story? You let us know if we've told you the Journey story, and if not, we will tell you the Journey story. And then the other one, Last Stop. I think we saw a trailer for it.
Well, it's slightly Fortean British weirdness, so it just kind of naturally washes ashore.
Zalia says, what Journey story? Okay, this is fun. So, years ago, when we were dating internationally, so we had met on Twitter. Mm-hmm. We had not yet met in person.
Although that was quite close to happening at this point.
Quite soon. And so, because of the time difference, it's 8 hours between the west coast of the US and the UK. So the job I was working at the time had skewed hours. So I would go to bed at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday in California. And I'd get up at midnight. Oh, Last Stop is our winner. Excellent choice. Excellent. So I'd get up at midnight, which would be 8 o'clock in the morning his time, on Saturday.
Yeah, and so she'd spend the day with me.
That's how we would spend time together. On
FaceTime.
This is just when FaceTime... Oh, God. I'm so... Oh!
We had to arrange to get my iPhone 4. Oh, my God.
Oh my god.
Via a business account because they weren't released to
because they weren't commercially available.
commercial customers at this point.
Right, but we had FaceTime and that was cheap and it let us hang out with each other internationally. And so one day we were playing Journey. If anybody's ever played Journey, it is a game where your character does not talk. There's no inventory, there's no communication. There is communication, but you don't talk. And you play a little bit of the game, and then at like one part of the game, you can meet up with another player. And you can't talk to each other, but you can communicate like by jumping up and down and moving, and you have a little chime noise you can make and stuff like that. The game had just come out, and it was wildly popular. Lots and lots and lots of people were playing it. But I guess because it was 1 o'clock in the morning in California, we started playing, and then we both finished that first chapter and got to the point where it's like, okay, now you're going to meet up with someone and do the next part.
And just to be absolutely clear, this is entirely random. There is no way
There's no way
to do joint play with Journey.
we were paired.
We were paired.
So we were like jumping up and down going, oh my god, is that you? Go over there. Oh my god, it's you. And so we got to play the rest of the game together. The whole game, all the way through to the ending.
Yep.
Together.
Yep. In
the game. Which is why I absolutely positively adore that game, because we would just started dating and this happened and it was very cute and very emotional. So that's why we really like Journey.
Yeah.
And we really like their the particular studio, and Pathless is by that studio. It was literally
a meet cute.
It was literally a meet cute. Yes, exactly.
Kiwi, thanks for the feedback. Kiwi said it would have been more useful to have a chance to watch the trailers before the poll ran.
Okay.
And that's totally legit. We'll remember that for next time.
Yeah, we'll remember that for next time. Don't worry about it. And it's not like I'm not going to play these games anyway. It's just a matter of which one we play first.
We do, however, at this point, attention must be paid to what we're going to be doing tonight in the future.
Oh, okay. Do you want to talk about that, or do you want to do the... What was that?
It's Back to the Future.
Do you know that there is a musical version of that on stages in London right now? My boss just told me he got tickets for it.
I have complex emotions about that.
Okay, you can think about that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, what we're going to do is run a little bit of shenanigans for you, and then we're going to talk about what we will be doing for... What?
I'm agreeing with you
emphatically. You're like, good.
Remember? Don't you remember?
Yes.
It's the key, according to Eddie Izzard, it's how you are emphatic. You keep confirming things and denying things.
No.
Yes. No. Right? That's all you have to do. So now we're going to do some shenanigans, which basically involves me. I'm going to... Don't finish the milk!
There's literally some left.
All right. You can do the shenanigan. I'm going to scooch over here and read my cookie. Eat my cookie.
Read your cookie.
Read my cookie.
Shut up and read your cookie.
Shut up and read your cookie. All right. Go. Some shenanigans. You leaning on my chair?
Chair, y'all.
My chair, y'all. Read the cookie. That's going to be an emoji now. Great. Thanks.
See, it's funny you should mention that, because when we did meet in person a few months later, there was a moment where we'd like put together an impromptu cheese board or something. And I, for some reason, I was like, oh, are you going to eat the grapes? And Margaret looked at me and went, no. I want to eat the fucking cookie. And eat the fucking cookie has become kind of shorthand for us now.
This is how nerdy we are. I have the GPS coordinates of where we first met in person, which happens to be in Heathrow Airport, but... Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Read the cookie!
And when we get around to it, they're going about there.
Nerd!
Love you. It was awfully dull being in prison. There wasn't much to do besides watch, and there were important things to keep up with. Elias had to be the first to know if John woke up. He had to see if his employees were doing their work, and he had to be able to tell what the other avatars were doing. His absence from the Institute might make them a bit ambitious. It wouldn't be a good idea to break out of prison too early, but if his institute was in danger, well, he would do anything to keep it safe. So Jonah kept seeing, Hours upon hours of his time spent looking into every single detail that might go wrong. He kept watching even as his eyes started to ache from the strain and his head started to throb. As soon as he would register any discomfort, he would almost immediately tune out the pain, and with all of his attention focused outside his cell, Jonah didn't notice when a very familiar man walked in. He didn't notice when he sat down near him, or when he said Jonah's name. He did notice when Peter covered his eyes. Peter? Elias? Can you let me see? Peter pretended to think. No, I don't think I will. Peter? Oh, all right, Peter sighed. No need to get so grumpy. He uncovered Jonah's eyes. As soon as Jonah opened them, he felt a sharp spike of pain. In an attempt to alleviate it, he quickly shut his eyes again. It didn't do much to help, but at least the harsh light around him wasn't ice-picking into his skull. Jonah, Peter began in a soft tone, a much better alternative to his loud, fake cheerful voice that he usually used. How much have you been watching lately? Not nearly long enough. Jonah opened his eyes again, this time prepared to deal with the pain. Peter sighed at his stubbornness, but he couldn't just close his eyes. He couldn't just stop looking. He had to make sure the pieces were moving correctly, that his plans were falling into place. Even if there has been a stall in activity at any moment, something could trigger a massive chain reaction that would need to be controlled. Even if he was reluctant to get his hands dirty, he would do it. 200 years of planning couldn't be for nothing. I could hear the gears grinding in your head. Peter chuckles. Come on, Jonah. Surely I can help a little. Then you can go back to seeing right afterwards. Peter, anything can happen in the next few minutes, and you can deal with those things then. Peter lifted his hand again and had it hover a couple of inches away from Elias's face. The fog wasn't quite touching him, but it was close enough to dull the pain a bit. I'm not touching you. Peter raised an eyebrow in lieu of asking a question. Jonah gave his answer by leaning into the hand. It was cooler than it normally would be, showing that Peter had only recently come out of the lonely. The longer Jonah sat there, Peter's hand over his physical eyes, the fog slowly seeping into his cell, the more the pain lessened. Peter brought up his other hand and began to run his fingers through Elias's hair until he was supporting all of his husband's weight. The two of them sat there, feeling a sort of peacefulness set over them. In this moment of calm waters and closed eyes, they looked oddly human. But humanity didn't last for them. And it wouldn't now.
That's terribly sweet.
Isn't it?
I think it's from like a prompt. Let me see if I can find the link. I'll put it in the chat again. It's called Calm Before the Storm. Lonely Eyes Week, Day 4, Prison/Humanity. Peter the Human Cold Pack, right? I like that, actually. That was really nice.
I have to admit as well, one of these pieces...
Right, can I borrow him for half an hour when I've got a headache?
One of these pieces does live rent-free in my head these days, just that was really very good. All right. Reminiscent of a young Keats. You know what? Fuck you.
Yes, Martin being indignant about poetry references is very, very, very peak. Juno Steel username, huh? Hold on. Both a Twitter and a Tumblr. Nice. All right.
Done. So that's pretty much our show. All that remains is for us to be out of focus.
What? Come on, knock it off.
And to talk to you about what we have coming up in the next few weeks.
So next week we're going to do some spooky stories because the spooky month approaches.
Hey, Wendy.
Actually, isn't it here?
Wendy. Oh, whistle and I'll come to you, my lad.
Yeah. So we're going to do some spooky classic horror stories. And then after that, we're going to have a run of guests. We've got 3?
I believe we do.
I think we have 3 of them lined up. As I choke on nothing.
All of them are going to be great. It's going to be
We've got
fantastic.
3 different guests coming up. We've got Jordan Shively of Dread Signals and Void Merch will be joining us. He is a fantastic, polymath, didn't he? He's written an a mini-series for Old Gods of Appalachia.
He's an award-winning, I believe, RPG designer.
Yeah, Jordan does tons and tons and tons of really cool stuff.
If I remember correctly, was excommunicated from the church for heresy.
Oh, I'm writing that down. We're going to ask that question.
He was, I'm sure I read that he was training to be a priest, and he started to have questions. And his teachers were like, do you want to be excommunicated? Because this is how you get excommunicated. And he was like, cool. Let's go.
I also have follow-up questions. Yes. I have questions. That would be good. Cool. And then we will have, for folks who remember Brendan Connolly, who was on the stream back in...
I'm so stoked about all these guests.
While I check
this
my
one,
notes.
I might actually be the most stoked about.
Brendan was back, was on the stream last in January, and we played a little interactive game that he had written. There will be more interactive, gamey whatnot with Brendan.
He has a thing, which is going to come out at the end of the year, which he has perfectly described as an adventure calendar.
An adventure calendar. Is that what we're playing? An adventure calendar. Okay. But that'll be more interactive game. Mystery Advent calendar. Oh, yeah.
Adventure calendar.
Oh. So it's Christmassy?
Yeah.
Into
spoops.
Okay.
But it's also spoopy.
But it's also spoopy.
Uh-huh.
Spoopy Christmas is the best. It's like peanut butter and chocolate. And
sorry to cut across you. My understanding, Wendell, is yes, there will be elements of it that we will be playing on stream because he, like us, really liked that little miniature mystery he built for us.
Oh, good, because we've got another, interactive gamey thingy that we need to be doing that I do believe Zalia wrote.
Well, yes.
We have many spoopy things to work out. And then, at long last, we have secured the services of one Michael LeBeau to make his appearance and to grace us with his energy and his puppy photos.
Like he
and
walks
his
among
energy,
us.
and that will be an exciting hour and a half or so of doing excellent things and stuffs. We gotta probably come up with something to talk to him about. I mean, we could just hang out with Mike for an hour and a half, which sounds pretty cool by me.
Hey, Mike, dogs, cool, let's go. That'll happen.
Yeah, it'll happen. Yes.
Also, whilst this isn't locked in, I was talking to Mike a few days ago, and I said, we have not worked together in too long. And he was like, you're absolutely right, we should do something about it. At which point Kareem popped up and went, could I get in on some of this action? So the 3 possibly most jovial voices in Magnus Archives acting.
I still really want to get the Evil Old Men Club together. The next time I can get you and Kareem and Ben in the same place, we're totally going to recreate that photo.
Yes.
That fan art photo that got made.
Hello. Bye.
Yeah, we should totally have Kareem on as a guest as well.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, because we tried to talk to Ben about voice acting. Didn't go so well. It was a great cover. It was a great conversation.
It was really good.
Just really wasn't about voice acting.
It turned into all sorts of other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to have a ponder about that. Basically, I do an Evil Old Men Twitch stream. Write that idea down, please, Doc.
This week on Evil Old Men on Twitch.
Oh my God, yes. Could we just have Evil Old Man stream? That would be hilarious. They'd have to write you something. No. I know that Ben doesn't like doing fan fiction stuff, and that's fine. But just the 3 of you hanging out would be pretty damn cool.
I mean, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead, and Waiting for Godot are both right there.
But that's only 2 people. What about...
They're both 3.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead as 2.
Play a king.
The blood is compulsory. Okay. I was thinking 3 caballeros.
That's even better.
That would be, 3 amigos.
See, I just default to Rosencrantz and instead of Dead so often because of how musical the language is. Is that all you have? It's all we do.
Yeah, that might be fun.
An audience, don't move.
Oh gosh, I love that movie. Yes. Evil Old Men stream sounds amazing. But we gotta find a way to make it about the Evil Old Men stream without calling it Evil Old Men stream, because then people will be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And we're like, no, they're all really lovely, honest, please. Ooh, a Lion in Winter. Or I might use you to test something.
Are you sure, Brain? The last time you did that, I lost all memories of 1975.
I think so,
Before
Brian.
I was born.
But me and Pippi Longstockings.
Think of the children.
What would the children look like?
And my personal favourite, I think so, Brain. But if they call them sad meals, kids wouldn't eat them.
But they don't make rubber pants our size. Yeah. Oh, God. Pinky and the Brain. Oh. Oh, yeah. If we could do like a dinner party style thing. So many thoughts. Yes, and yeah, you don't need to watch us do this all night long. This is what we do. We just sit here and be like, what about this? What about that? And then we curse the prevalence of linear time and how that we just don't have enough.
Dinner for One's actually a really good idea too. Thank you, Ocean.
Evil Geezer Tea Party. I'm sure if you come up with suggestions for awesome, like, 3-man acts, or hell, even 4 if we got Tim, I'm sorry, his name is Mike. He has such Tim energy, I can't call him.
Double boss.
Right, exactly. We'll come up with something.
We will.
We will have a deep and meaningful thought about
So
something.
yeah, we have 3 guests coming up. We have Spooky Short Story.
Spooky Short Stories, guests. By then it'll be
December.
the middle of November.
December.
Well, thank you, Ocean. Thank you. 5 if I read something too.
And I believe we were talking about finally getting to Nina Rakila Legal Evil.
Yes. But I want to play Salia's Magnus thing too.
It's that first.
But then I will finally get off my ass and play Nina Aquila, which will be delightful. And we have one more guest at some point this year. We're thinking some of the fine St. Kilda folks may join us. Probably Naomi, the writer. And then we'll talk about this more.
Oh, I was thinking Old Lace is a very good
Old
choice.
Lace.
Mods, please capture these options.
Oh God, so many good ideas. And then of course we'll talk about the No, we can't add Tim and Ben and Mike. No.
If I may, Tchaikovsky, yes. Tchaikovsky, always yes.
Tchaikovsky, no. Oh my gosh. You remember what my plan was, right? We tried, Anil and I both tried really hard to try and get permission, i.e. licensed rights, to do Clue with the Magnus cast, because it would be freaking amazing! And we can't get anybody to pick up the traction and get back to us on it.
All I can hear is, I'm the butler, sir. I buttle.
Really? You'd make Martin the butler?
Or Tim. Tim would be, sir. I'm the butler, sir. I buttle.
Okay, we will take your castings for the Magnus Crew Does Clue at your convenience on Twitter. Just tag us.
Oh, The Thrilling Adventures of Lovelace and Babish. Good choice.
There's so many good ones. I just had another idea and it went right out of my
brain.
brain.
We could just do Marguerite and the Kid and have Tim on. What is law? Is he a bad man?
That would be so hilarious. I don't want to do the Brady Bunch because that's a bore. Woo. Come on, Cameron. You can't be tired. I'm tired.
Funny story about the Brady Bunch. It exists in the same universe as the X-Files. Allow me to explain. Legendary stand-up comedian and actor Richard Belzer has played initially in a TV show called Homicide: Life on the Street a character called Detective John Munch. Munch would then transfer over to Law & Order Special Victims Unit for, I believe, 15 years before Belzer finally retired from acting. Hold that thought, Cherry. We'll come to it in a second. In that time, Munch interacted and showed up in numerous other shows. He's name-checked in Luther, the Idris Elba police series. He's in an episode of The X-Files. I believe he's in an episode of The New Adventures of Superman. And all of this ties in with the Tommy Westphal multiverse, which ties all the way back to the final episode of epochal US medical TV series and Elsewhere, which is where the finale very heavily implies that the entire show has actually taken place in the rich internal fantasy life of the son of one of the characters. Now, this by itself is fine, but for the fact that St. Elsewhere is one of those seed shows, which has had cameos in countless other things. So the
like 21 Jump Street.
The Tommy Westphal continuum now includes like 350 other TV shows and grows all the time. Battlestar Galactica is in the Tommy Westphal continuum. That's how widespread it is. And Munch is a big part of that. He's shown up in something like 25 shows as himself. Hence, and
Princess
movies,
Bride would be another excellent choice.
Henceforth and heretofore, his cameo in the Brady Bunch movie as Munch ties him irrevocably to The X-Files, Homicide: Life on the Street, and everything else. And dismount 9.5 from the Russian judges.
Well, nobody's going to go to sleep tonight thinking about collapsing in a mine anymore now, are they?
Well, they weren't until you just said it.
Well, now I'm thinking about if I can go get the rights to the Princess Bride.
We do have a Gertrude, as Scott has pointed out.
Mm-hmm. Princess. Yes. How you doing, Wendy? One black coffee.
So good.
Oh, betrayed!
McDonald's.
That was my fault. That was my idea. That was my contribution to our one. What is with the camera tonight? Sorry, everybody. That was my contribution to the terrible clumsiness. Hey, Lucas. Yeah, exactly.
Quite. So that's our show.
That's our show. Which Mandy's character is Buttercup, and Martin is Buttercup.
Yes.
Duh.
So Jonathan Martin, as you wish.
Right? Exactly. It works really, really well.
Tumble as you wish. Bloody hell.
Yes, exactly. It'll be very, very... Yeah, depends on the fic you read, right? Exactly.
Darker Pictures.
Yes.
Thank you for the pickup. What are we doing with that?
There is a new episode out, and this is the one that promises to officially be supernatural, because that's, spoilers, been kind of the central
Surprise!
beat
It's a hallucination.
of the last previous years has been, it was cyan gas all along, or something like that. We had some stream problems with it, and the reason why I'm hesitating to stream it again is it's like 8 hours long, you know? It's a really long chunk of time. We've done it as like party games, where people came over to the house and we spent 8, 9, 10 hours playing it, which was really fun. But for a stream, that's a really long period of time, and I don't think Alex and Hannah would be available for it. But now I'm thinking, And besides, Halloween itself, we had plans. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes,
I'm just going to say we have plans. So maybe after.
Yes. And my understanding is the third one is actually a pretty straight up and down kind of a monster movie. So we could do it at any time.
Yeah. We'll think about it.
It might be a deeply terrifying Sunday stream, for example.
I wouldn't do that to the Sunday stream without
Welcome to Coffee and Chat. Lock and load!
Yeah, that seems kind of like intense. Besides, we still have to get the PS5 figured out because we finished Haven, so I can use the PS5 now.
Scott, I believe that is on Shudder over here.
VHS 94?
VHS is a series of anthology horror movies.
Yeah,
VHS 94 is the newest one, which is instantly the most successful movie Shudder have ever had, and I really hope my press credentials for them still work. Guess we'll find out.
Okay. It'll be in the full if nothing else. Segway! Quick!
So, that's pretty much our show. And there are other places you can find us across the course of the week.
Sitting here kibitzing for half an hour is like the bonus round. This is our life. Like, this is what we do.
We make the dysfunction work. No, we don't.
The dysfunction is the team.
Dysfunction is the team.
Right. So on Friday,
our multiple award-nominated pop culture newsletter, The Full Lid, will go live to 1,100 plus inboxes. If you want yours to be one of them, it's free and it's amazing. So.
Why is this so pretty?
Buttercup to frame. I'm slammed. Yes.
And
Yes.
Six-fingered man. Oh, I'm so amused. I'm so amused. Then it's John in a shit long blonde wig.
I kind of think Peter should be the medicine man.
Oh.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work.
I can't remember the line.
I can quote that entire movie from memory. It would take a miracle. Bye-bye. Yes, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it would take a miracle. Bye-bye. Yeah, okay, I
exactly.
gotcha.
Peter as the miracle worker. Max the miracle man would be hilarious.
So yeah, 5 p.m.
And then I could officially be Mrs. the Lonely. Yay! Okay. Sorry, I'm done now. I promise I'm done now. Don't say another line for that movie or else I'll get started. I can't even do the French Savage parts. Okay. Go.
Tim.
No, not Tim.
Yes, why not Tim?
No. Because Fezzik is the big guy.
Yeah.
Tim can be Inigo.
Tim is Inigo. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. That wasn't cool.
Right? Exactly.
Jared Hopworth.
It would probably be Hopworth for Fezzik, yeah.
Marriage.
Oh, the priest. I don't know. Stop! We have to close up this stream and I have to go to bed because I have to go to work tomorrow. I love this movie so much.
Anyway, 5 p.m. Friday.
What brings us together today. Married! That wasn't a winesment. That dream within a dream. So 'twas your love skip the end. Okay. I told you. Don't step to me. I can quote that entire fucking movie.
I think I died. Oh boy. Anyway.
Distortion Helen as the priest. Yes! I love it. Just to make Martin say to John, there's a shortage of perfect breasts in this world. That would be delightful. The sleep meds kicking in is making this very fever dream. Like, apologies to all of Valhalla in advance. I was expressly forbidden from using that at my sister's wedding. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I bet that's a common thing.
So anyway. 5 p.m. Friday, the newsletter. Do it. Do it!
No, I'm just going to not talk. I'll be very, very good.
Then on Sunday, we'll start Last Stop.
Yep.
Between 10 and 12. And then Wednesday, we'll be back here for the Princess Bride Power Hour. Yes! And Jordan. Did Jordan know? Spooky Stories.
Spooky Stories.
Spooky Stories.
You're up next week. I'm going to be the Marguerite in the Box next week, I'm thinking, if I can make it all work.
Okay.
It's been a while. I'll just spend some time on it.
Let me decorate the box. Put some throw pillows in there.
See, I went to a in a box joke and stopped myself. You're all welcome. Shall we go to bed?
You're going to have to explain that joke to me.
Okay, think of a song that ends with in a box and then don't sing it.
Oh.
Right! There we go, my adorable innocent boy.
There we are. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
And this has been fun.
We'll see you next week.
See you next time.
Good night.